So you were just telling me that you've just been in London for, how long was it?
A month, yeah, since the beginning of March.
Okay, and since you've obviously found the children's centre, so that's great.
Yeah, but that's kind of the only thing I found here. Like, there's nothing else. I've not been to the doctor yet. I have no idea where to go, what to do.
Have you had, do you know anything yet about the childhood immunisation programme in this country?
No, no idea. No information, like you arrive here and you have no idea. The first thing that they did when I got here was send me to get a radiography for TB, but they didn't have the service, so I don't know, it was just weird. But they don't really give you any information about anything.
Did you ever have any concerns about vaccinating your child, vaccinating Christopher? Did you have any thoughts? Or?
No, never. Because he was very, well, we know how important it is, and we just did it. Nothing, no doubts about doing it. I mean, there's nothing better to do for him.
Yeah, and why do you think it's so important?
Well, because I know how many diseases and everyone can get sick of a lot of things. So if you have the opportunity to not get it and be protected, why not do it? There's no reason not to.
Well, basically, as a children's centre, I think it's like providing information in different languages. We also have community nursery nurses who come over here from the local health centres, so maybe it's like doing workshops with them and providing them with information as well. And also, like I said before, just referring them to the necessary agencies, you know, basically the health visitor.
Mm-hmm. So you said you've got school nurses visiting here?
Yeah, community nursery nurses come from the local health centre.
Okay. That sounds like something that the NHS is helping you with, I guess.
Yeah.
Are there any other things that you can think about that we could, the NHS, when I say we, us, the NHS could help you to
I think quite a lot of the parents who do come to Children's Centre, they like, you know, information workshops, so maybe it's like things where they can get together as a group of mums or dads, and basically it's like someone just like, you know, promoting the importance of immunisations, and you know, just making sure that everybody's had theirs and up to date and everything. And there was quite a few parents I spoke to who didn't have read books because they've come from another country, and making sure they're up to date as well. I would probably say now there isn't really much coverage on like in the media with like regards to like television adverts or anything. And you know, people still have in their mind, you know, obviously what happened a few years ago about the MMR and everything, and you know, a lot of parents are still probably on their second child now after that scaremongering. So maybe it's like just having a television advertising campaign, just, you know, reinforcing the importance of immunisations, because you know, certain areas of London are having more it's like diseases that were around years ago because, you know, people are not uptaking immunisations, so maybe that as well.
But I think they shouldn't have made lots of immunization, because they're very dangerous for the babies, because for the children. Children are very, they are still weak, and they can't handle in lots of, because I thought that they are very strong immunization, and they can't handle it.
Have you had any information? Do you know anything? Has anybody told you about the childhood immunisation programme?
In England? No, actually I haven't heard about this program. But in my country they've got the program as well. I think it's probably it's good to have information, especially the parents, the young parents. They need the information from the GP or from the I think probably from TV or some advertising.
How important do you think it is to have children vaccinated?
I think it's very important. I think it's life-threatening not to do that, so it's a must.
Do you have any concerns about immunisations for children?
Well, you always worry if the vaccination is going to work or it's going to have side effects. My daughter has been vaccinated with the MMR vaccination, and she had measles. She just had the first injection, and You know, you never know whether it's safe or not, and for her, she wasn't immune with one injection, so it's important to follow exactly the procedures that they give.
What do you both know about the Childhood Immunisation Progamme here?
I know, well, she's had her first lot of injections. I can't even remember what they're for, to be honest. I know there's 3 sets. Yeah, I know they're obviously not compulsory, but certainly recommended, so I'm planning to have all of them, including MMR, which I know some people are against.
And where did you get your information about the immunisations from?
Mostly from things like baby books and some of the things that are given to me by the health visitor. But I probably haven't read half of it, to be honest. But yes, I've got a whole lot of information about it.
But did you feel that you got all the information you needed from the NHS?
Yeah, I'd say I would, yeah. Between the health visitor and the doctor, yeah.
Okay, and how about yourself? Where did you get your information about?
Mostly from my GP. My GP is quite vigilant, so you got booked in for your appointments, and well, I guess you could have said you didn't want to have them, but it was assumed that you would be having them, which I guess was quite good. It kind of made you definitely think about doing it, and you were more likely to take it up because it was there already.
You sort of mentioned MMR. Do you have any concerns about safety or vaccination?
Not really. I mean, I know there was initial concerns and things about autism, but I'm not particularly convinced that there's any risks to it any more than any other vaccination.
And how about yourself? Did you have any concerns about vaccinating your children?
No, not really. I find it a bit, it seems to be quite a thing in England that people are quite anti-vaccination. We're both from Australia, and in Australia you wouldn't think twice about it. Everyone vaccinates.
I just want to find out, what do you know about the Childhood Immunisation Progamme?
I think I know what I need to know at the given point. So I haven't quite read up on, he's 8 months now. I haven't read up on 13 months, which I know is when the next one is. But certainly early on it was very straightforward to go through the process.
And to date, where have you got your information about immunisations from?
Let's think. I think it's just general knowledge. You just pick it up along the way speaking to other mums, but actually the GP is pretty good.
So other healthcare professionals, you found the GPs were the ones who gave
Yeah,
you
I think to get into the system, you know, the information from the hospital to then go to the GP at 6 weeks and then you trip into the system was absolutely fine.
And is there any information that you would like, any more information that you would like?
I think it's up to me to go and find that information if I need it. It's certainly available. I don't think it's difficult to find. It's whether or not to separate the controversial MMR. That's the only thing that's on my mind at the moment. And to do that, to be fair, I'll speak to other mums probably more than we'll go to health professionals.
Okay, so you've mentioned one of your concerns. Do you have any other concerns around vaccinations? Or?
No, not particularly. I know there's beginning to be some talk about whether to do chickenpox or not. I think it'll probably be too late for him, but if we had any others, I'd be keeping up to date with what people thought about that.
And how important do you think vaccinations are, first of all, for your son's health, but also then for the population? What are your thoughts?
I think extremely important. If we can knock things out, I mean, it's bad enough. He's got a little cold at the moment, and that sets me up and stressful. So the idea of getting any of the really horrible things when we can do something about it. I think a lot going for the mums network outside of necessarily the health professional network. Although ultimately, if you've got medical questions, that's where you go to, and I think that all of those avenues are available.
Is there anything we could be saying to other mothers who aren't necessarily vaccinating their children?
I don't understand why mothers wouldn't, so it's difficult perhaps to answer that question. I can't imagine why they wouldn't. If it's available, I mean, it doesn't cost anything. It's a responsibility in a way to protect not only your child but those around them. So no, I don't think so.